Welcome to Words of Wisdom. I was just sitting down, sorting myself out, getting myself into a ready mode, and I just picked up these beautiful Gaia chimes and I just absolutely relaxed. They are just such beautiful chimes. They're just such a beautiful, calming, definitely something that really should be appreciated, a sound that really ticks that box of peace and calm, and so lovely. Anyway, welcome. Lovely to see you. How are you? Oh, it's Friday. It has been a busy week, hasn't it? It's been a mixed bag of things, which is quite lovely. And I got through today really well after this up and down energy this week. But I just felt that we've definitely got to this place now where it's almost there. I just keep hearing it. I can keep feeling it. And today I had a conversation with someone that was just incredibly inspiring. And things are going to change. And I feel like, when you just know in a meeting that something is meant to be and it's going to give you that change, something's going to change. Anyway, so very profound, very beautiful, and very inspiring. And it was for my podcast. So I just thought, if nothing else comes from any of the conversation, what does come from it is some beautiful conversation for my podcast, but also inspiring me and, really giving me that feeling and that boost, which is rather lovely. So on a Friday, can we ask what our guidance is for this weekend? I know one thing that we probably would be very much guided to do right now is to find time for you, and rest and rejuvenation is really good to do right now. It's, tonight the light was till 5 o'clock. So, spring is really on its way. It's nearly round the corner. It's, it's just there. It's, when you can almost smell it. And when I went for my walk today, my beautiful Kestrel, literally, I was walking along and I don't know what I was doing actually. I probably was just in one of my daydreams, because I'd done my affirmations and I'd switched off everything and I was just walking and I was watching on the ground and looking for things. And as I was walking along, I suddenly, something sort of said, look up, and I looked up, and there in front of one of the dogs I was walking was my Kestrel, but he was flying straight along the pathway and, quite low. And I've been seeing him a lot, and I keep getting sort of messages thinking, this is message. There's something Spirit wants me to know. And when I carried on, I was looking for him, got to the corner bit, couldn't see him anywhere. And I looked down, and on the ground, not even covered in mud really, was this. And it's only a little plastic flower someone's dropped. But for me, it's pink, which is about love. In almost like, I feel like I want to say unconditional love. But it just made me think how lovely. Normally Spirit gives me feathers, but here they gave me this beautiful daisy flower. And it did remind me of spring. And it reminded me that there's still unconditional love for me, and it was just so beautiful. So there's my little flower, came back straight on my magic table. I like to gather things and collect things, and every little bit has a meaning, and I think that's important to recognize. Okay, so let us read today our guidance, and we're going to get guidance from our beautiful Inner Temple Oracle, our card significator card, if you like, the main card. I've also got my beautiful Quantum Oracle cards on the deck, my Wisdom Oracles, and then we have the Cozy, no, not Cozy Witch, the Everyday Witch Tarot. Those are the ones that called to me, so so far so good, we'll go with that. So today, the only wrong decision is hesitation. Now that is so interesting because when I was talking to this lady and we were talking about doing things and what have you, I could feel that almost like, oh, you know, this almost like I was at this really into it. And then there was just this fear, you know, and I, oh my goodness me. And it's really to do with money, funds. And I just thought, oh, you know, that's just blown off. So really, I just thought, well, if it's meant to be, it will be. I've got to trust in that. Some things you persist, not because you see hope, but because persistence will bring hope. That is incredible. The only wrong decision is hesitation. So yes, right now you might be facing a decision. You know, when anything is about to change, when anything should change, of course we have got to make choices and decisions. And I think all along we've known that in order to make the decision, we have got to make the change. You know, things don't change unless we actually change things. I don't know why I said that. That was really weird. But the point is, you know, we can't keep hesitating and holding ourselves back. And, you know, some things you persist not because you see hope, but because persistence will bring hope. And that's so important because on the other side of worry and you know, or am I on the right track or am I doing the right thing? Often you'll get that guidance, that yes, that. And you know what? I want to just say this. The flame on my little candle here is like this big at the minute. So real strong energy right now about on the table. So I think we're going to get some really good guidance from our cards this evening. So let us just go on. I'm not going to keep talking and we'll just talk as we go, but I thank you for joining me and listening to me. I'm going to activate these, do my inner temple oracle attunement. I activate and step into my inner temple now. Portal of my heart, home of my soul. Through the portal of my heart, I connect with my inner temple. Through each of my body's senses, I connect to my inner temple. Sacred below me, sacred above me, sacred around me, and sacred within me. Okay, so let us then ask, please, for our beautiful inner temple guidance for the weekend. Please, Spirit, what is our guidance? What is our card of guidance for me and my beautiful collective for this weekend? Thank you. Let's see, what is our guidance? Oh, okay. Simplicity. Wow, isn't that beautiful? Look at that card. And it's so funny how I talked about this little flower that I picked up on my walk and how simple, you know, it was, but it just felt like a little special treat. And look how beautiful that is. That is a beautiful card. Simplicity. Look at that rose. Oh my goodness. Surrounded by so much beautiful light. Let's us have a little read of that then. Simplicity. I've never seen that one, so it's nice to see a new card, of course. The days of hustle and burnout must come to an end. There's no sustainable growth waiting for us there, only exhaustion and the depletion of what's most precious. Those who choose potency over mass production, heart over head, slow over driven, will be the ones who will flourish and lead. Release all the time wasting, energy wasting, and resource wasting. While in the past they got you ahead, now as we enter this new quickening paradigm, they'll come less and less productive and effective. The earth is making sure of it. Anything that's unsustainable will not flourish. This is the law of the earth. You'll be rewarded for simplicity, praised for potent authenticity. Be the creative, the human, the mystic, the dreamer. Don't succumb to feeding the more machine. Don't waste the seeds you came here to plant. Peel back the unnecessary outgoings, keep things potent and free. Anything that traps you disconnects you from the sacred pulse of life. Your energy, your life force, your love, your time are the most valuable forces. Protect them, treat them like the precious resources they are. This is how you'll acquire true wealth. This is how you'll flourish. This is how you'll receive deep soul satisfaction. This is how to truly live. That is incredible. And that was some of the conversation I actually had earlier. So that is a beautiful card that's to come out. So yes, it's about seeing the beauty around you. It's about living in your now. It's about really trusting in things will be ready for you when they're ready for you. Things will grow when they grow. It's not about fighting for or having to be in competition with, or it's about the simple things in life that you really appreciate. And your time, your effort, your love is very much something that needs to be appreciated. And that is simple, isn't it? It's very simple when we're from a healed place to give love. So that is beautiful. So let us see what is our guidance then for this weekend that is coming up. What is our guidance, please, Spirit? I'm going to have to do this again because they've told me to. We are shuffling, apparently. I'm not very good at shuffling like this. There we are. Let's do it again. I'll try and do it like this. Did that work? Not really, but we'll give it a go. There we go. One more. Okay, let's go. One more, they're telling me. One more. Let's try. Oh, that was a better one. One more. Lovely. Lovely, lovely, lovely. Oh, beautiful. There's fresh energy in there. Fresh energy. Right. So, please. Oh, there's the energy. Let's ask for guidance, please, for the weekend. Very lovely. Okay. Right, so we have got family, friends, and guides. So Spirit is saying you have got a lot of help. You've got guidance. You've got support. You have a network. If you haven't got a network, you have me. So this is important right now in terms of what is our guidance for the weekend. So we need to have courage with something, and we're not taking steps towards something. All right, so we need to have courage and bravery. You know, you can see the light shining off this knight's armor, and he's gazing into the pathway that is there's a light. So there's a little bit of darkness, almost a little bit of darkness. So there could be something here that you're not making simple. Perhaps maybe you're looking into things in too much depth. Okay, so let us have a little look at that detail, because you know, when we look in things in a little bit more detail, it becomes, I guess, in a way more real. I'm hearing more real, but also it becomes something that we can learn from. We like to be guided by. If I could find my book, but I can't. That's very interesting. Should be here. That should be here. Where is my book? Quantum of the Oracle. Where are you? There it is. Knew it was here somewhere. Okie dokie, thank you. Right, let's put those back on. Okay, right, so number 6 from Spirit. Let's see what Spirit is like. That the first card out. I love the fact when Spirit actually gives us a card straight off. You know, what they're saying is that when the card here upright, it harkens the presence of a spirit friend or family member, or possibly someone you knew on a professional level. Interesting. Do not put limits on the knowledge these entities can bring. In the spirit world, they can access all the information of the Akashic records. From the eternal past to the infinite future, all the wisdom you would ever need can be accessed either through your higher self or through these spirit loved ones all around you. This card is telling you there's something going on in your life that could use the advice of Spirit. Yep. Perhaps a beloved family doctor from the other side is helping you heal. Perhaps a friend in spirit can give you guidance concerning a relationship issue at this time. Ask for the information you need and be open to receiving it in myriad of unexpected ways. So whatever this issue is, okay, the simplicity of it, I feel you need to understand and see, rather than overcomplicating. And maybe that is all you need to ask spirit help with, you know, but something that you might need courage in. It's an energy card. And, you know, often, like I said to you, we're having that conversation earlier, I could feel myself going, oh my goodness. I mean, there would take real courage to do some things when you're not sure how. And so with spirit saying, you know, ask for the guidance, ask for the help, they will, you know, be able to guide you on that. If you've been thinking about taking a chance on something, now is the time to face it. Okay, this is a time of great personal strength for you. So whether you realize it or not, you're ready to take a risk and attempt a new adventure. Oh, I knew it was coming. Perhaps there's a challenge you'd like to meet or something you've been longing to express. It may be time to go public about an interest you've been pursuing. Even if you feel hesitant at first, this card is telling you that the time is right. You are moving into an energetic cycle where you feel your strength more deeply. There is a core of power coming from your own eternal soul, and you can feel the boundless energy and courage that always lies ready within your heart center. Breathe deeply, take that next step. Know that you can trust this core of inner strength to guide you in this exciting time. Affirmation: I have the courage and strength to navigate any situation. I affirm my power and I trust my own resourcefulness. Now, an intention card, number 4, in reverse. Taking steps. There's considerable confusion about what you should be doing next. In fact, you're not entirely convinced that the path you're on is where you want to be. You're unsure about a future and you're second guessing your choices of the past. Don't get bogged down in regrets. Let go of future fears. Doubting yourself and your own resourcefulness only keeps you stuck. So this situation, take what resonates, please. You know your story, but simplicity is needed here. You need to not overcomplicate, not overthink. Allow for the simplicity of it. Allow for that first stage or first step without thinking ahead when nothing has taken place. You know, often we'll do that, you know, and it's just a form of hesitation. It's a form of fear. So, you know, how can I change that? Determined to take control of your own destiny. Know that you are completely capable of moving forward. Decide where you want to go and take that first step. So that's beautiful guidance for the weekend. There's something, and we've got the honoring path underneath. So really honoring who you are. And this honoring path, look at all these people, all the hands sort of honoring you. You know, you've got a lot of help. People want you to succeed. Spirit wants you to succeed. You are on the right path. It's an honoring path. So really value that, you know, that fear of, oh, am I, you know, should I do this? But the hesitation is the only wrong decision. And some things you persist, not because you see hope, but because persistence will bring you hope. Persistence will bring you hope. Wow, how wonderful. Let's do a nice little shuffle and open up these cards as well. I just really think right now we're getting so much detail from source, from spirit. We really are. We're being given a real boost and a real push, and we can't undervalue that. You know, we've got to, you know, really value that this is what is being said. So the smallest little detail that you might feel, take that on board, you know, and like simplicity itself, it's that smallest little detail that can really become the bigger picture that you might not have recognized. Okay, so let us ask then, please, can we have some more guidance on what this is, this courage we will need we are brave, we are strong, or the fact that we're not taking these steps that we need to take. You know, could you give us some guidance, please? No place like home in reverse. No place like home. Do you know I think that's the final card in this deck, number 50. No place like home. And home is loving, it's safe place, isn't it? And sometimes we've got to get out of that safe place. Building blocks, you've been doing the foundation work, and funny how that's home and building blocks, the foundation. So you know, there is already a lot that you've done, a lot of foundation. Oh, all that glitters and deep knowing in reverse. So we're going to take them. We've got 2 cards again, the same as last night. You know, we had 2 cards that were upright and 2 cards in the reversal. So I've placed them like this at the minute because that's how they've come out, and we're going to read them as such. So no place like home, number 50. Go to the end. Is it the last card? No, 51. It's not the last card, but this is about authenticity, and simplicity was about coming home to yourself, feeling at home, fitting in, comfortable in your skin. But in the protection message, there are times when what is familiar and known is not the best choice. So we had the same sort of message with taking steps, you know. It's time to be brave. It's time to go forward. Human beings are memory-driven creatures, and we all look for certainty for what we know, even if the qualities we seek in other people and in external conditions are expressed in unhealthy ways. Avoid being too eager to find home. Choose something unfamiliar and trust that there will find a new normal that supports your spirit. I love that. Can I just read that again? Trust that you will find a new normal that supports your spirit. Remember, if you do what you did, you'll get what you got. Do the opposite of what feels right, even if it's uncomfortable, because what feels right is really what feels unfamiliar. And you will attract and be drawn to the very things you don't want anymore. This time will not be different unless you do something different. So whatever is being presented to you, try and think of things in ways in which you can do things differently. All that glitters is a card of, you know, there's a mask here. So things that you think are important or should be important might just be surface level, because we've got deep knowing here, which is in reverse. So it's quite interesting that these 2 cards are together and that the home and this building blocks are together. 28, which 2 and 8 is 10, of course, so that's a bit of about completion, as we know. 28 is about building blocks. Your work, your relationship is about foundations, and you're being your very being are underwritten by your values, ethics, morals, core beliefs. Are they still true for you? Now you are making changes that will affect everything in a positive way. Your destiny is truly a remarkable and beautiful design. And to think that you're being guided with it by spirit, even though it might feel a little bit fearful, and like I said, I felt very doing my podcast today. I felt a little bit better, but also now there's other things that are sort of floating about. We've been discussing, and I'm like, oh my goodness me, but I just feel like things are that I've had discussions about a year ago, 2 years ago. It's just coming back round, which is quite interesting. All that glitters, 16. A need to see beyond the superficial, trying to be something you're not, chasing after every sparkly new thing. So it's only human to want to adorn yourself in trinkets and paint a pretty picture. It's natural to want to acquire the trappings of status. But if it sparkles, is it better? Whether it's a fast car, big house, a title or a position, the stamp of authority or the sparkling of diamonds, these icons let you know something about a person, place or thing. or do they? The truth is that people seek to acquire things because of what they will do for them and how they symbolically will elevate them and make them more attractive. This card signals that it's time to see beyond adornments and probe underneath the surface. Learn to recognize the masks people wear and the motives underlying them. Imagine that all the glitter is gone. Would you still desire that object or that person? Very interesting. And 43 is about deep knowing, is about your intuition, and that one is in reverse. So all that glitters, is it going to be for you now? You are empathy overload and need to be grounded again, so tune out for a bit. Hypersensitive, you're suffering from a psychic exhaustion. I think I feel that a little bit from today. This signals a time for recharging of your batteries, set energetic boundaries, take a salt bath, empty your mind and get back to you. It's time, not a time to be open. Soon enough you'll let your guard down. Right now you need self-care and self-love. It's time to say no thank you to anyone in your life who exhausts you. Won't that feel good? Yeah, it would. So absolutely feeling that. And yeah, I think that's absolutely right. It's going to be a little bit of a question of taking a good sleep and making sure to recharge and just relaxing over this weekend. So that is my plan. Is it going to work? We will see. We will see. All right, so that is beautiful. Good, good, good. And now we're going to get our tarot just to confirm what we've been talking about. What is this, you know, why do we need this courage for what? What is this situation? Oh, dear me. Goodness me. That was a sneezy. I don't normally sneeze. Excuse me. That was a bit of a fun. How many of you are here? Sneezy and blimmin' yawny and energy is really different. All right, okay, all right. Well, we're going to definitely get some information based on this. Okay, time to move, time to go on. It's, you know, the only wrong decision is hesitation. So what is this situation that we need guidance on, please, spirits? Can you give us some help with this? What is this situation that we need courage for, and what is happening here? What is this guidance? Ah, the Queen of Wands. Lovely. Okay, we have two more over there. That's too many, spirits. Anything else? No, they're saying, well, there we are. If you don't take them, we're not giving them. That's it. Okay, lovely. Thank you, Spirit. I won't look underneath it. Okay, so we've got our beautiful Queen of Wands and we have got the Hermit. Do you know what? That couldn't actually describe me better, because that's exactly how I feel right now. Definitely. And it came out on top of all that glitters and a deep knowing. So the superficial situation that I am understanding it to be, and this deep knowing that I am literally having, I'm going to go back to it, 43, because I need to right now. Saying no, setting your energetic boundaries, hypersensitivity, being tired. Yeah, absolutely. All right, so we have our beautiful Queen of Wands and the Hermit that has come out on top of all that glitters and being tired. But the Queen of Wands, you know, she sits there. She has a beautiful dragon. She's sitting there holding her wand. She's holding a bunch of flowers, and it's as if she's arrived, as if she's being, you know, acknowledged. Oh, dear gosh. I don't know why I'm hiccuping now. Really weird. But anyway, here comes another yawn. So sorry. I don't know what's going on with me. It's just energy that seems to be having a play. So, the Queen of Wands is kind and tough, but she doesn't encourage sitting around feeling sorry for yourself. Rather, she believes it's taking your passion, whatever it is, and turning it into glorious and productive forward movement. The Queen can represent a strong female figure in your life, someone who will support you as you grow and change, or she may be you, a symbol of the best you possible. Queen, goddess, mother, maiden, crone, time to rock that female energy. So is there a strong female figure who is influencing your life right now? If so, you may want to listen carefully to what she is encouraging you to do. Don't follow blindly, of course, but don't ignore her either. If this card falls in a reading in such a way that it is clear the Queen represents you, it is an indication that you are strong enough to do whatever is necessary. What are you waiting for? So it is about you, me. Absolutely, we have to have courage with this. We are being guided very carefully. And the Hermit, you know, I just had this sort of download while I was reading about the Queen of Wands. You know, yes, it's about forward movements. It's about being strong and being brave and courageous. But the Hermit is about going within and sitting. And so I feel like we've got to, you know, because it came out as well on top of the deep knowing about resting and that type of thing. And, you know, this sort of psychic attack, I think it's very important to recognize when you need to step away and just wait and breathe and have patience. And my ears itching, so spirit is, my higher self is agreeing. So yeah, absolutely, Hermit is about, you know, taking those moments for yourself, and sometimes it's about keeping things to yourself as well, you know, not sharing things just yet. Alone is not the same thing as lonely. It's a good indication it's a time for you to be alone for a while. This isn't necessarily a bad thing. If life is so hectic you can't seem to hear your own thoughts, perhaps it's time for a bit of peace and quiet. So often when we are trying to put things together and we're trying to build those foundations and we're trying to make a change, and we've got this sort of glittery, superficial situation in front of us and what have you, it's important to take that rest and know that that's what needs to happen. We've also got the King of Pentacles here, and that came out really on top of the building blocks. And, you know, he's sitting there very happy. He's having his cake and he's eating it. He's very in the now. He's very ready to share. It might be that you meet somebody like that, the King of Pentacles. He might be somebody that will give you some very good, strong, grounded advice and guidance. Money as well. He might have some sort of money that can help you. Work hard, do good for others, and all will be well. The kings are all strong male figures, but that doesn't mean that a king card can't represent a woman. So it could be that you yourself need to think about where it stands for you. It indicates that your focus is on success and money. So it's showing you that this forward moment, this situation you need to be really courageous with. You're going to be able to focus on it successfully. Money will come from it. You will have your cake and eat it. You know, you are the Queen of Wands. You know, you've got that courage, you've got that energy, that strength. You know, I mean, there's a little black cat there even holding one of her flowers that is falling from the bouquet for her, you know. So it's a beautiful card to think of what he truly offers, and you want, are you taking full advantage of the gifts he's offering you? So if it's not someone in your life giving you the gifts, it could be somebody that actually depicts that. And the lady I was speaking to today, wonderful, she could very well be this King of Pentacles type person, because she's offering me an opportunity for growth and change and following a soul purpose, you know. So interesting, very interesting. We've also got the Page of Pentacles and Judgment, and both of them came out on top of No Place Like Home. So often the Judgment, look, she's singing, she's got the music out, she's singing, she's happy, she's jumping along with the Page of Pentacles, flipping a coin. And just look, there's the map. Flipping a coin, heads or tails I go, which way shall I go, left or right? Do you know what? Whatever happens, I'm doing it. that type of feel. That's what that energy is. And, you know, the judgment is it's your time. You know, you're ready to do this. You're ready for that. Woohoo, let's do it. Let's set our pace. Let's get going. I just think it's a beautiful card of inspiration, and, you know, you'll see a lot of change in your life because of it. Here we go again. Where has your path led you, and where will it lead you now? Are you following your own music or dancing to someone else's tune? The Judgment cards reminds us to listen to our own inner wisdom, and we have these beautiful wisdom cards for that very reason. So really, all that glitters, if someone's saying to you, oh, but you know, you've got so much here, look what it is, and you know, and you just know it's no longer what you want, and it's not what it seems, and it's just not doing what you need it to do. Or somebody might come back into your life and say, look, this is what I'm offering you, and you just know it's not what you need. You know, you've got to move on, and this is your time to do so. It's going to happen. So let go of the old, embrace the new. Rebirth and renewal await if you are willing to go down the path that will take you to them. So are you willing? The only wrong decision is hesitation. So simplicity, don't overthink things. Try and remember that you have all the opportunity in the world. Four of Pentacles, you can stay stuck. You will always get what you've always got if you stay stuck, and you're quite comfortable here in your home, in everything. Me, absolutely. In your job, absolutely. But where else do you want to go? What else do you want in life? You know? Five of Wands. Lots of people around you stirring the pot, talking about you, you know, staying stuck. That's that sort of last bit of energy that feels, you know. So there we have it, my friend. We have a beautiful guidance for the weekend. Take time for yourself. Make sure you regenerate, rest, and what have you. Think about this. You don't have to move quickly. It's not about that. It's about really just trusting who you are and trusting in this path right now. Spirit is guiding you. Please, can you give us some detail on what this is, please? What can we expect? What is happening here? Maybe something will... Manifestation nearly came out. There we go. Solitude. Yeah, we've got to take solitude. It's come out on top of the Hermit. So keep things to yourself. Think about it carefully. Feel how it feels. The time will be there when it's ready to be there. And you have vision come out. And there's my Kestrel. What did I say to you? So it's about this vision. You've had this vision, you know. And I said to you, it's very funny how things I discussed 2 years ago have just suddenly popped up and sort of... Oh, could that be a dot I'm joining? There's a purpose. Absolutely. It is for your purpose and comfort. You will be very happy with this. You know, both these cards came out right on top of our Spirit card. It is a purpose. You don't need to worry about uncomfortable. And I think I might have said to you guys yesterday, you know, this change, I feel it. I just really am praying it's going to be a gentle change. It's going to be a really nice change. It's not going to be heartrending and heartbreaking. It's going to be something that's going to be very simple and easy. And maybe that's why the Simplicity card has come out as well. So, my friends, I hope that helps you. Have a very good weekend if I don't see you. We have good vibes on the bottom. So enjoy your weekend. Have some good vibes. Know that this is good for you. This is coming in a good way. It's really going to change things for you, and I think you're going to be very happy, because I know I am. So thank you for joining me. If you've enjoyed this this guidance, please give me a thumbs up. If you want to make a comment, please do. I love to hear from you, and know that you are never alone. So I'll see you soon.